Hi, this is John Ellis with the Automotive Advisor team. I'm here at PNB BMW today, and we're sitting with Jake, the sales manager. We want to talk to you a little bit about the economy, the market, the trends we're seeing, and of course the Automotive Acquisition Optimizer program that we have at the Automotive Advisor team. Jake's been on it for a year, so we're going to have fun today talking about that program.
Hey everybody, I'm Jake Dunkscampbell. I'm the used car manager here at PNB BMW, as well as many at Pittsburgh. We've been using John for about a year, and we're very excited about the results, and I think you will be too.
So the last part I'd like to ask you about, because it's a new addition to the program, is so if we've got an optimal inventory inflow and coming from the most appropriate channels, and we're tracking it well with the software tool that we use together, the Acquisition Optimizer, still it's difficult to go buy the cars. And you know, let's just say that we need 20 cars a week to meet our goal, our sales rate goal. I don't want to buy just any 20 cars. And for you as a used car director in a very prominent dealership, you've got so many hats,
Sure.
right? You have people that you manage, you have culture you're trying to build. Not only that, but look, you're managing the customer sometimes, and trade close ratios is on you, right? Because and ultimately that's where you want to be your best. How does the program help you? Well, I'll just say, with the addition of our buying team, help you really focus on what you need to focus on more, bring in more direct from consumers, but yet when there's a few you need to get, and you just don't have the funnel management time to go fill a 100-car funnel to get 3 cars. Tell us how that new addition to our buying team in this program helps you.
It's honestly a big change, because it enables them to do the nitty-gritty of grinding at the auction all day, looking at the CR reports, as well as seeing what the Carfaxes are, which it takes a lot of time to be able to make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
And as a sales manager, you're pulled a bunch of different ways, and fundamentally in our business, the customer is the number one priority.
Yeah.
So if we're able to focus on the customer and how that translates to that, and the back end is handled by your buying team, it takes the guesswork out of all of that. We ask ourselves why a lot in this business, why a lot of trends are happening. And fundamentally through this past year, I felt the confidence in order to make certain plays, where you might log into your computer on a Monday and realize that the market is doing things you didn't think would happen. But it gives you the confidence of knowing you do have to go buy more cars in order to hit your goal. Mm-hmm. Whether it's an idea in your mind or whether it's an actual concept, that sheet makes it very easy. Or if you're sitting in a good position, you know exactly when you can dial it back a little bit and you can focus more on sales. And again, that also helps from the balance sheet perspective, again, because when you're overbuying, bad things happen. When you're underbuying, bad things happen. So this really is that Goldilocks zone that dealerships are trying to stay in, and it really helps us keep that mentality going throughout our whole process. And when my general manager is able to log into that, he knows exactly what's going on at any point in time, where his investment is going, and where we can have some opportunity to make some money.
Yeah, the end of the year is not going to be easy. And we just talked about that on one of our calls, is that we want to make sure that we maximize the depreciating market right now, so you can go and get some steals,
Sure.
make some sales, but also not have too much inventory going into January. I think you mentioned last year that happened a little bit. You were a little heavy.
Sure.
Tell us how you'll use our program to make sure that you finish the year strong, but you're set up for success next year, day one.
Absolutely. So the end of the year is always a big crunch, because it's big for new car sales, while the used car department does take a back seat due to all the incentives that are out there. However, you still need to be able to have a nice product to offer up to your customer. Mm-hmm. So you still have to be open for business and make wise decisions. Right. Before we engaged with you last year, we had a position where we had a very big inventory going into December and even into January, and unfortunately did take on some water. But while we engaged with you, immediately you were able to determine what the idea is and how we can get out of that, right? And those big losses, that daunting wall of losses, turned into something that was very manageable, because you knew how to make it actionable and more regimented. A lot of this business is just making routine things happen routinely, and that is what our program is. Let's face it, there's not a lot of magic that happens in this business. If you take the guesswork out of it and just look at the data, that is the most rawest form of you able to be successful. Going into Q4 of this year, we were a little nervous. Obviously, no one really knows what's going to happen in the car business. One day there probably will be a change soon. But the nice thing is we have the ability of seeing what we're stocking and what's working, and immediately be able to replace that unit with another vehicle that might sell. And then when we carry over to January, when things slow down a little bit, as they do in the Rust Belt cities up here while we get some snow, we realize that we're going to be in a good spot, and we're going to be lean, and we're not going to have an inventory we're going to have to panic as well.
Yeah, that's well said. You know, you pretty much described the entire operations for the end of your year in less than 35, 40 seconds.
I appreciate that.
That was very good.
Well, you make it easy, John.
Thank you. So hey, listen, thank you for watching. This has been an eye-opener for me to hear a role play replay of how we help PNB BMW. Sales manager Jake, he's one of our best, so I absolutely reach out to him if you want some best practices. I know he'd be willing to do that. And again, we would love to talk to you personally and help you figure out what a best program looks like for you. So Jake, any final words before we go?
I appreciate all the help, John. I'm looking forward to a great 2024. I can't recommend this guy enough, and also the people that he's associated with. You've definitely given me the confidence to make some strong plays, and as you've said, we're here to take some market share. So I'm excited to do that and continue to work for you.
Well, you're doing it already, and we're just going to keep on going. It's been great talking to you today,
Absolutely,
Jake.
John. Thanks again for your time, and we really appreciate all you do for us. It's been a great year, and we're looking forward to doing business together in the future.
Oh, I'm excited. And, us from the Automotive Advisor team, and again, from BMW, thank you for spending this time with us today. We hope you learned something. If you have questions, I know Jake would love for you to reach out to him anytime. Of course, we're here for you if you'd like to learn more about our program and how we're helping dealers across the country stay efficient, grow, and of course, most importantly, understand the economy and be ready for whatever's next. Reach out to us at theautomotiveadvisorteam.com.